Yep, all yours.
All right, how's it going today, sir? I am Kobe D. Hayes, Corporal with the SASP interview team. I will be leading your interview today. Right here to my left is going to be Sergeant Campo, the San Andreas State Police, and the guy who just walked out, who should be back shortly, is going to be Corporal Holt. Um, Firstly, I just want to thank you for choosing the state police team with the great state of San Andreas. Just so you know, we are dedicated to professionalism and respect. We are also about having fun as a team and playing games as a group. Before we start the interview, are there any questions you would like to ask?
No, not this time.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just start into this first segment. It's just a couple of personal questions about yourself. So what is going to be your time zone?
That's gonna be Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, and then how many hours do you think you could complete a week?
Average probably about 16 to 20.
All right. Next up, you want to just give me a little bit of detail about yourself, who you are as a person?
I am here at 25, but 35 in my head. And let's just say I have a career. Dealt with people all of my life. Um, in a law enforcement area, uh, I've been in charge of various groups as you talking about me as a person within, or which one are you
Yeah,
talking
like what
about?
like what makes you you? So like, what kind, like what is your background? Where'd you start?
Oh, okay, all right. So pretty much, I started as an LSPD about 2 years ago, whatnot. Went up to sergeant, and then after that, I was also a corporal, a colonel, technically, in a different place, and I was sheriff, the lead sheriff as well. So I've dealt with from beginning to the end, per se. I'm a type of person that basically tries to better themselves each and every day, learn from different places to better myself as a person, and here to help out with the city overall. Uh, Due to the fact is, like I said in my application, uh, government services in general are the backbone um, as a whole to make a city work. So I'm adaptable depending on the situation and where I'm at currently.
Okay. Do you have any close friends or family in the city?
I wouldn't say very close. Let's just say the person was underneath me per se, um, and that person is currently at BCSO, Billy Cotton.
All right. Next question. How do you get along with others who have different personality traits?
I believe I'm very well toned. I'm a type of person that likes to hear all sides of the spectrum. Actually, listen. Instead of hearing someone, there's difference between listening and hearing as well. I can hear you, but if I'm not actually listening, I'm not going to grasp what you're saying. And uh, I love debate, so I have no problem with different people's aspects.
Okay. So you said you like to debate. Say like you meet somebody who kind of feels like they're always right. They never really are wrong. Uh, they don't want to hear your side at all. How would you deal with something like that?
Well, I mean, if I feel like they have no interest of actual conversation, there's really nothing too much I can do to sway their thought process. So, I mean, I would let them do what they're gonna do, depending on the situation, of course. If it's a situation that needs to be told by a higher up or whatnot, that's what needs to be done. But overall, um, that's their opinion, and I'm not gonna yell or scream about it. What use would that be?
Gotcha. what would you say is like some of your personal strengths? Like, what is something that you make yourself proud of that you're able to do?
I'm able to, like I said, once again, I'm going to lean back to listening, trying to give a common ground, um, adapt, um, because all situations, all places are different. So I believe that's one of my strongest uh, attributes. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, and then on the contrary, what would you say is some of your weaknesses?
Sometimes I can see a path, and as much as I try to, like you said, the question prior, if someone doesn't, they want it their way or the highway, um, you know, sometimes I've been bettering myself over the years, being an LEO in general. I can give you backtrack on, let's just say I had a dream in the Wild West. I did for a while, and I believe that improved myself overall as LEO, because that was really different. And yeah, but yeah, one of my weaknesses is sometimes staying the course and not uh, changing right there, right then. Sometimes it takes a process. Me,
So you have a little bit of an issue with like flexibility.
sometimes it just all depends on the issue.
Okay.
Like for example, if some people might believe that you shouldn't stop at a red light and go. They're willing to pull over someone for a ticket for this and that, but themselves they will do they won't actually do the things that they give a ticket for. Now, I respect someone who does if they don't give out tickets for those things. That's one thing, but at the end of the day, don't be a hypocrite.
Gotcha. All right. What excites you about being a police officer?
Dealing with people. It's one of those careers that you're constantly dealing with people, different type of people. You get to actually, you're not always on the other end where it's, like either like I got hostage taken to yesterday, for example, twice. Uh, at the end of the day, they didn't harm me. They did everything well overall, but I want to talk to people on their good, their bad, their middle, going to events, help the city. Um, yeah, that's what I love about the job overall is the interaction.
Okay. And then kind of a follow-up question to that, what sort of officer do you think that you're going to be? So when people hear your name, what do you think they're going to be thinking of as you?
As I would like them to know me as being fair.
Okay. Um, all right. If a superior officer tells you to do something that breaks policy, how are you going to react to that and what are you going to do?
I would say no, sir, or ma'am, and if there's additional someone who is one place higher in rank, because I do believe in hierarchy. You don't want to go straight to a colonel when there's someone right above that person that you're dealing with. Definitely wouldn't betray my oath and badge and the constitutional rights of others, so I would go that route. I truly believe that at the end of the day, if you believe it's wrong and you're about your convictions, it doesn't matter what rank someone is, because all it is a rank at the end of the day.
Gotcha. When should deadly force be used?
When you're fearful of your life or you're fearful of the lives of others.
All right. And where do you see yourself after 6 months in SASP?
Where do I see myself in 6 months? Hopefully in command or high command. If not, Uh, like I said in the application, I would, ask what do I need to work on, this and that. Like I said before, every city's different. Everyone has different the ways of doing things. So either I have to adapt or I have to leave.
Okay. What makes you so interested in these higher positions? What are you hoping to achieve?
At the end of the day, a better department overall. Like I told you prior, I've been in charge in high command for at least what, a year and some change at least. So I mean, I've always dealt with dealing with high situations, dealing with policies, etc. Um, and everyone isn't born to lead. That is not saying that they can't be trained to lead, but everyone um, gotta have that it factor per se.
Okay. And then kind of another follow-up question to that is, do you have any specific interests as well in joining like any internal departments or subdivisions or any certifications?
Yes, I pretty much know them all and done them all. Is there a specific one you're asking, or
Well, I mean, here at SASP, we offer quite a bit. We have, CID, we have SWAT, we have K9, Heat, Moto, Air One.
at the
So,
end of the day, I look at it as wherever that person's needed. So wherever you need it, I can do. Um, like I know everyone wants to go for SWAT because of the shooting, etc. I'm not saying that's everyone, but I'm more type of person where I did more admin stuff. So it's not something that I have to have. You know what I mean? But of course, I can do whatever's best for the department. Because at the end of the day, that's all it matters is putting people placed where it betters the overall department. It's not about you, but the collective.
that kind of just sums it up for the personal questions. I don't think I have any questions. I feel like everything was answered pretty well. Do either you two have any questions for him regarding the personal stuff?
Nope.
Not.
Okay. All right, then we'll move on from that segment. We'll go ahead and go into the scenario questions. We have a few of these. Um, if you need me to repeat any part, I will. So, first one, you are an off duty officer on your way back to work, and you stop at a 24 convenience store to get some lunch for later in the day. You walk inside the store, navigating your way around. You see other customers, give a little wave at the cashier. Um, as you reach the far corner of the store, you begin looking through a refrigerator for some drinks when you see a man with a mask and a gun rush inside towards the cashier. The masked man points a gun at the head of the cashier and begins robbing the store. How do you proceed in this scenario?
Does the individual know that I'm there, or have they noticed that they've seen me in the store, or am I right behind the area where they have no idea I'm there?
You're in the far back corner of the store and they rush in straight towards the cashier.
So I can assume that they did not see me. Um, the first thing that I would do is attempt to whisper as much as I can, try to call it in. I'm not for sure how your radios are here currently. If I'm able to use a radio, I would radio it in. If not, I would give a well. I've realized that you can't call the on your phone. Correct here.
Sorry, you mean like
On the phone. I believe it's something
oh
like that.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
no.
So I would, basically give that information out to 911. That's first and foremost because you want to have actual active officers here on the way while that's going on. The second thing that I would do is I would, this all depends on how the person's acting. I would, safeguard myself where they can still no longer see me. Um, and then try to get a description of that person. Let's just say the two scenarios. If let's say they fired a weapon, that's when I would show my face if I had my gun on me, of course. Because if I didn't have my gun on me, I would become a hostage, and then that makes it even worse. So, it's a scenario within a scenario, right? Uh, but if I did have my gun on me, that's when I would proceed. If because at the end of the day, local lives matter. That's just the way that I think. So at the end of the day, that is a hostage. Um, but if I didn't have a weapon, I would get a description and then I would relay that information to 911. Um, but I know I am off duty, but at the end of the day, I am still a law enforcement officer on and off duty.
All right. Um, all right. You're on duty. You're executing a search and seizure warrant as part of your normal duty. Whilst transporting evidence back to the designated police vehicle, you see out of the corner of your eye that a member of PD Command is hiding evidence in their personal vehicle. How are you going to handle this situation?
I would not allow him to know that I know and get a high. That's when you would get a high command available about the situation. You want me to go in more in detail, or does that
Mm.
suffice?
I think that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's basically
Yeah.
what you want to do there. Sorry, I gotta zoom out. Yourself and one other officer are on duty when suddenly you are alerted by a large influx of shots fired call at the Vanilla Unicorn. Upon arrival and the viewing the scene, you see approximately 4 to 6 individuals armed with Class 2 weapons shooting at each other, some on top of rooftops, some in alleyways, as well as shots being fired from moving vehicles in and out of the parking lot. What are you going to do here?
First and foremost, you want to be safe with you and your coworker. So, of course, you don't want to dive in and be superhero, right? So, you're gonna back up to a safe distance. You're gonna cock your vehicle, whatever direction the fire is coming from. Get out the vehicle on the, let's just say the driver's side, as you're facing. Let's say the car's facing north, and everything's going on in the east. You definitely ready to go in for backup. We are outnumbered, so there's really all it is basically at the end of the day we need backup um, because we cannot proceed without being safe. And if you want me to expand on that, I can expand. Yeah.
Nope, you should be all good. I'm just going to ask you one more question about kind of just to understand your knowledge on it. So, you're in a 1080, and during this chase, the vehicle crashes out. Their vehicle's now dead, not moving. They hop out of the vehicle. 2 suspects jump out, and you decide to take the driver. You're chasing after the driver on foot, and he runs around a corner. He pulls out a baseball bat. You didn't see this at first until he comes back around the corner at you, and he starts charging at you with this baseball bat. How are you going to proceed with this?
Depends on the distance, because at the end of the day, a baseball bat can become a deadly weapon. I would either fight or fly. You know, basically, you're gonna either two options: either run away, as run as fast as you can, and then turn around, or you just get your gun and start shooting because it is a weapon that can down you, and then he can get your weapon and use it against other fellow officers. Of course, you're gonna get on radio and let everyone know what's going on if as soon as possible. But yeah, you basically have two options, and at the end of the day, for me, I would literally if I can, run the opposite direction, and then possibly, depending on how much distance I have, use my taser. If not taser, use lethal force.
Okay. Do you either of you two have any scenario-based questions for him before we move on?
No, not.
Okay. All right. So these are just gonna be some extra questions. I wouldn't really say there's any right or wrong answer here, but we might just, maybe not judge you, but I might just a little bit, depending on your
Okay.
answers. We'll see what happens.
All right.
So the first question of these is going to be, what is your favorite snack?
What is my favorite snack? I like a lot of favorite snacks. Um,
We'll say the end of the world is coming. You can only bring one snack with you to help you out. What are you bringing?
I have a Snickers, bro.
S- Interesting, interesting. Okay. Uh, so just like Mr. Campbell over here loves them, I love them too. And quite frankly, I would say I'm a very stern guy. It takes a lot to make me laugh, but I want to laugh right now. So I'm gonna need you to tell me a joke.
I best be on the floor laughing, crying.
A joke. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. I like to laugh too, but I don't usually give out the jokes. Let's see here. I'm not even gonna lie. No jokes is coming in my head at all. And I don't want to do anything extra.
Here, I'll give you a joke. Just to give you something. What is why doesn't a chicken wear pants?
Why?
Because his pecker's on his head.
Huh. Got him.
I laughed so hard I fell.
Yeah, like I know he gave out the joke, but I'm not gonna be able to make you laugh. I'm not that type of guy. I'm the laughy. I laugh at the jokes.
No,
I
that's
mean,
all. That's
since
all
he lo-
fine. Everybody's got a part to play in this world, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
He said he last already fell. I think his hip just gave out again.
Oh, looks
Yeah,
like he gave out a third time.
You may have to have a doctor look at that.
All right. What is your favorite color?
I actually have two. It's red and teal. Between the two, I would say teal.
Mhm. All right. For the final dubious question, okay? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I can eat it, but no, not for me.
Hmm.
Too
I'll
too
accept
sweet.
it.
Too sweet, man. Gotta have. I love onions.
Onions on pizza?
Hell yeah.
I think that's more diabolical than pineapple on pizza.
I don't know about that. I
Um,
disagree.
Well, I guess we'll just see what happens then, and we'll leave it up to the world vote. All right. Well, that kind of conducts it. Unless anybody has any extra questions for him.
Yeah, I got a question. He wants to be a part of SASP. You know, we're highway patrol technically. You ever you like country music?
I like all music.
Okay. I wanna sing this song and I want you to finish my lyrics.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me pull this up.
And not like you butchered it earlier or nothing.
Okay, I want you to finish these lyrics. I got a star on my car and one on my chest, a gun on my hip and a right to arrest. I'm a guy who's the boss on this highway.
Yeah, I'm gonna say negative on that one.
So watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way. If you break the law, you're gonna hear from me. I'm a worker for the state. I'm a highway patrol. Okay. You failed that answer. Now you gotta dance.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
do
I'm not even
it,
gonna
and
try.
I need you to
Well-
do a dance.
I don't know,
Better be a
before I
good
fall
dance.
out
We
in the
better be
damn
wild.
office.
Hey, don't worry. I gave you a boombox. You can just play the song.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Let's you know, let me do that.
Yeah,
I need you
but
to
do
dance
a
to the
dance.
song.
Have you played it yet?
Nah, he's getting it pulled up right now.
Alright, start dancing. One on my chest, a gun on my hip, and a right to arrest. I'm the guy who's the boss on this highway. So watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way.
If you break the law, you'll hear from me. I know I'm working for the state. I'm the highway patrol.
Yeah, get it.
Well, you'll know me when you see me, 'cause my door's painted white, with my siren is screaming and my flashing red light.
All right, you know what? Since you didn't know the lyrics, I'm gonna give that to you. You passed my question. That was some good, smooth dance moves right there.
Oh yeah, right from the start.
All right, back to you, Hayes.
Okay, yeah. So that basically concludes the interview. Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, that would be more if I was accepted, honestly. No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so basically, at this point in time, do I run him through how it works?
You
Yeah.
just- yeah, just tell him basically how it works for us, and then he'll hear back from us.
So basically, from this point in time, it's just gonna be sent up to all the other supervisors. We'll all discuss it, go through it, and we'll get back to you with anywhere between 24 to 72 hours.
All right. Appreciate the interview, and you gentlemen have a good rest of your day. Of course, I'm gonna have to exit out because there's a blocked door, but
Yep.
yeah, appreciate it.
Well, it was nice
Yep, no
meeting you.
problem.
Have a good one.
Likewise.